Welcome back to Griffin Mowing. Today we have a somewhat different type of video that we're going to be putting out in the future, and we hope you will enjoy it as we test it out. Today, going through a real-life experience and something that completely changed an aspect in the way we work when it comes to cutting bushes and just kind of how we operate and what we use in that process. So without further ado, let's get into it. We started out when we were cutting bushes, at least last year, we used two different types of hedge trimmers. We had a small handheld. It was an Echo brand. It had no shaft in it. It was just a two-hander. You used it to cut like small little hedges and whatnot. And we had a long shaft hedge trimmer. It was a Stihl brand. It was a Stihl combi attachment for like a combi unit, power head or whatnot. And we used both of those different style of hedge trimmers last year specifically. And we had been very more accustomed to the Stihl long shaft type of hedge trimmer, and we had been using that more and more as the season progressed last year. And we were coming up on a larger bush job, and we needed some extra hedge trimmers, and we had a small Echo handheld hedge trimmer that we weren't using and had some issues with it. So the day of the bush job, I got up and I got that thing back up and running, and we were going to use it on this bush job. I was going to cut the sides of these very tall bushes with it. And after I got it fixed, we got to the yard. I started out real methodical and slow in using this hedge trimmer because, again, I had not used it in a while due to it, first of all, it being broken, and second of all, we just had not used that style hedge trimmer lately. We had, fallen more into using the, long shaft. Just, you put the combi attachment in and just go with it, and that's what we had been using. So in cutting the bushes that day, I was going down the side of the bushes like normal, and after I'd finished the side of it, I decided to go more shoulder height with it, and I started reaching up and going across the top side of it. And I went to stop what I was doing to move something out of the way. I don't totally remember that part. And the toggle switch is on the handle. So it's a two-hander, you're holding it like so, and the blades are up here. So I was just holding it, and my muscle memory kicked in when I went to shut it off. I had been used to the long Stihl long shaft hedge trimmers that I'd been using, and when I went to shut it off with the toggle switch, I reached up as if the blades were the shaft, and I grabbed the blades. Now, that came as a shock immediately, as I feel my fingers get cut. But luckily, I had just started to turn it off. I hit that toggle switch before I grabbed it, and the blades were coming to a halt. But did some damage, and but thankfully that it was. I'll probably throw a picture up on the screen of my hand. Now, this was before we did YouTube, so we didn't have like documentary of my hand. Learning from that mistake, definitely I would definitely urge you to only use one style hedge trimmer. I'd gone through that whole job being deliberate about my actions in how I'm handling this hedge trimmer. Don't bring it down towards me because it could cut me. I'm not used to it. Just keep it out in front like so. But when it came down to it, I was not under control in my own mind to prevent myself from muscle memory kicking in. Just like I would bring down a long shafted hedge trimmer, my body just reacted, and I reached up as if I was grabbing the shaft. And just my recommendation and my opinion of it is that you need to stick with, whether you're a commercial landscaper, just someone who uses a hedge trimmer at their own home. Residential, you do your own yard. I would definitely recommend only using one Stihl hedge trimmer. You know, we had not used that one in a while, and when it came down to it, probably shouldn't have used it. Probably should have just stuck with our regulars, and maybe took a little bit more. It would have taken a little bit more time at the yard. You know, only using our other 2 hedge trimmers instead of running 3. But in the long run, it's definitely safer to just stick with one style. That is, if you have different styles, you know, the small hedge handheld or the long shafted, just definitely stick with. If you have the handheld, stick with that. Don't go into the long shaft category. And if you have the long shaft, don't go into the handheld. It's just not a ideal situation when you can't mentally register what you're doing and your muscle memory kicks in and you end up cutting your hand. With this said, I just want to say thank you for watching, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you have not. It would be a great help to just boost the algorithm, and we're trying to grind out as many subscribers as we can. So if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button for more content, and hit that bell notification to be alerted for content coming out. We post, I think, weekly, either once a week or sometimes twice a week. So just definitely be out on the lookout, and hit that bell notification for ease of access to our videos. So thank you, and thank you for watching.